will come down. And then that day I feel so bad. And then it's not only that, we have the one refugee. It's 3 months ago, that day to Rosebud, he was killed. No one knows how that boy has died. And then I feel myself, that boy is the same age of my son I have. So I'm here to say thank you for this program, and it helped us. I can say this like George, this is the spirit I can say again. He's going to people, it's going to help us and to bring safe and to bring peace to the people. Thank you so much. And I want to say thank you for this program. And I have a table there, I'm selling African stuff. That I just present our culture, how we can wear stuff and we make it by hands. Please, if you have chance, you can cross to my table or you can go on the website called African Roots, a refugee run a small business. And I'm here to help my community refugees. Thank you so much.
Another round of applause for Rose. Man, the superstars came to the protest today. We have a big baller in the house right now. This woman has been fighting for civil rights her entire life, and she told me this story that she was fighting for immigrants, and she was fighting for this immigrant baby. They wouldn't give the baby a surgery because the parents didn't speak English. And she fought so hard for that baby to have treatment. And the baby passed away, and she decided to run for office so that she could have more power to fight for immigrants. She has been fighting for Black Lives Matter before it was trendy, before it was cool. Welcome to the stage, Senator Luz Escamilla. Buenos dias! Good morning! Thank you. Like, that's inspiring. It made me cry. It's time for action. No more! I'm here with my 15-year-old daughter because she's angry. And she needs to be angry and scared. Because it matters. Because every life matters. But right now, Black Lives Matter! We are going to stand behind our Black brothers and sisters. And we're going to change policy. We need your help. We need to make every legislator accountable. Every vote needs to matter for you, for your brothers and sisters, for your family, for your parents. We need your help. We're only 6 of us, legislators of color, out of 104 members. There's an election this November. We have a chance to elect people that care. Let's make them accountable. Register to vote. Make sure you vote. Thank you very much. Black Lives Matter. That's what it's all about. Black Lives Matter.
What an honor. Thank you so much. You're closing us out now, please.
Okay, well, we're just doing 2 more speakers. I swear to God. I swear to God. I would never lie to you again. I mean, we just have cool activists here today. The next activist is an incredible Indigenous rights activist because, you know what, Black Lives Matter fights for Indigenous people. Do you know how many missing and murdered Indigenous women there are? Let's talk about it. If you're fighting for Black Lives Matter, you better be fighting for Native rights as well. If you're fighting for Black Lives Matter, you better be fighting for Pacific Islander rights as well. You better be fighting for the dreamers, the immigrants, gay, LGBTQ people, and disabled people. It's just an honor to have you here. Welcome to the stage, Meg Singer.
Yacht A, hello, good morning. Thank you to everyone who is here today. Thank you to all of the people who have organized this event. Thank you to the interpreters. Thank you to the people who brought your grandmas and your grandpas and your cousins out. Thank you. I know that this past couple of weeks have been hard. We've been dealing with a lot. But there's one word that I want you to know, and it's called resilience. Okay? Now, Native people, we've been here for a long time. There's a word that we use, it's called time immemorial. It means it's so long that we can't even fathom how long we have been here. And we are still here. It is time for this state to stop celebrating settler colonialism. It is time for our youth to be seen, that their history is taught in their classrooms, that they have books, that they have role models, that they know that the sky, that's not even the limit. Now, my dad is a boarding school survivor. He was taken from his home. He was told he couldn't speak his language. He was told that the way that his people govern themselves, their concepts of justice was less than. Because white people decided to make justice punishment. Justice is never punishment, ever. And the only way that we can have justice is if the people see us, our black, our indigenous, our undocumented, our gay, our disabled, our poor, our sad, our depressed stories. See us. We need this so bad when we're talking about defunding the police, when we're talking about what we want, other forms of justice. We want restorative. I want to be able to teach my kids how to speak Navajo. I'm the first person in my family for generations not to go to boarding school. I was also the first generation, the first woman to graduate college. This is what we're talking about. This is what we need now. We need this. Go to your school boards. Go to your teachers. Go to your principals. Go to your libraries. Say we want our stories front and center because Black Lives Matter.
Another round of applause for Meg Singer. We are on stolen, occupied, indigenous land right now. We're gonna take it back. Okay, our last speaker, come to the stage. And please remember to pick up your trash. Thank you. Thank you. Leave the protest better than you found it. Our last speaker, she has a program called Black Lives Matter in Schools. She fights for all marginalized groups. She's a warrior. She helps with the ACLU. By the way, shout out to the ACLU who came today. They brought Know Your Rights brochures. Please pick up some Know Your Rights brochures. And the black members, after we're done, please come get some merch. Please don't disperse. Anyway, I just really look up to her. She mentors me. She keeps me on track. Everybody welcome Chelsea Acosta.
Good morning. Hola, buenos días. Look at the melanated nation out there. Wow, this is impressive up here. It's about time, Utah. Really? So, we're talking about police reform. We're talking about racist institutions. How about we talk about racist education institutions? I'm a middle school teacher on the west side. No place I'd rather be. I'm a light-skinned, privileged Chicana and a proud co-conspirator of all of you. But I can't call out another institution until I call out my own, which I do every day. I would have all the students come up here, but it's COVID, so keep your babies by you. Is there any way I could have the adults drop down a little bit lower, because I saw a lot of little kings and queens in black magic. Woo! Get a picture of that. I want all the students, K through 12, to stand up. Woo! That's power. That's power right there. There's our future. There's hope. Yeah. Look at those kings and queens. We got you. We got you. Ooh, that's emotional. Look at these behind me. Hold up, hold up. Give them some. Yeah, Mama. Beautiful. Here's the deal. There's this thing called the school to prison pipeline. There's racist teachers. Yep. How many of you black and brown people have experienced a racist teacher during your upbringing? Guess what? Their time is up. Because there's some of us that show up every day and say, that, we're going to handle it. So, yes, there's racist pops, but guess what? There's racist teachers with your kids, with our kids every day. And principals and admin and everybody else, right? Our kids show up every day. We want equal, equitable education. We want our kids, our black and brown kids, to have everything the white kids on the east side have. And you sure as hell better not send my kids to the office if they didn't bring a pencil, if they talk back to you. Right? So I'm calling out all the educators right here, right now. Your time is up. We're coming for you. Black lives matter! 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 Another round of applause for Chelsea. I'm Lex Scott. I'm the founder of Black Lives Matter Utah. I want to thank you for coming out here today. We've been here for 6 years, and everybody keeps asking, will there be a march? There will not be a march today. Guess what? Black people are sick of marching. We are sick of protesting. We are tired of fighting for rights that we should already have. We're tired. We shouldn't have to have this. We are a beautiful people, and we built this entire country from the White House to the Hoover Dam. Now, we've seen these crowds before. Like I said, we saw big crowds with Mike Brown, Freddie Gray, Eric Garner. We saw the crowds. The crowds always go away. You know, people lose interest. They put away their Black Lives Matter signs. And when the crowds go away, I want you to know Black Lives Matter Utah will still be here. It will still be here. If you have a civil rights problem, you call us. My cell phone number is 385-743-0298. It's on the website 24 hours a day.
You call Black Lives Matter if you need us. Are we the perfect organization? No. Are we very flawed? Correct. Is the leadership very flawed? Correct. Okay? But we are here to fight for you. We are fighting right now for de-escalation training for police. We want diversity training for police. We want democratically elected, independent civilian review boards that have the power to investigate and bring charges against police. We want new use of force policies for police. If a police officer is fired from one agency, he should never be rehired to another agency again. We want body cam legislation. We want all body cam footage released within 10 days of every officer involved shooting, unedited, mixed down. We want more less than lethal weapons. We want more beanbag guns, rubber bullet guns. And we want police that murder black people to be charged with murder. We will never stop. We will never stop. We will never stop fighting until those police are held accountable for their actions. We will never stop. Are we going to stop? No. Are we going to stop? No. No justice? No peace. No justice? No peace. You go out of here, and what you do what you're going to do is decide how much time you can dedicate to the movement. Is that an hour a week? Is that an hour a month? Is that 3 days a month? You're going to decide how much time you can dedicate. And then you're going to hold yourself to that. And then you're going to decide what kind of activist are you going to be. You can be a protester. You can register inmates to vote with us. Black Lives Matter registered inmates to vote in 3 jails. You can be a camp counselor at our summer camp. Okay? You can help domestic violence victims. You can help people with disabilities. You decide what you're passionate about, and you don't have to do it with Black Lives Matter, but you better go out there and do it somewhere. And you set a realistic goal, and every day you work towards that goal. And my goal, and I can see it now, is to end police brutality in our lifetime. Thank you so much for coming out today. Please endorse all the Black-owned businesses. Please clean up any trash that you see. And please keep screaming, Black Lives